Welcome everyone to my new educational material for Lucid Trading. Today we're going to take care about the LucidScale daily loss limit. I'd like to explain you, make sure you understand the concept and the way it benefits you. At the same time, for those of you that would like to win giveaways of Lucid accounts, you can join our daily live stream, 8 a.m. EST time. We're doing giveaways every single day from Monday to Friday, and we also have other videos of Lucid here on my channel, educational like payout rules, honest review, major update, new product, best plans. That's an important one for you to discover, right? So there is a lot of the content. Great. Coupon code Scramble for the max discount available every single time, attached to the best discounts on any product. Now there is the LucidScale daily loss limit, which is valid for both accounts that are funded, the Lucid Direct, which is instant funded, and the Lucid Pro, which is the account that you receive if you're passing a Lucid test, which is a challenge. On the Lucid test, there is no such daily loss limit that scales, right? So the Lucid Scale do not exist on Lucid test. But on the Lucid Pro, yes, along the way with the Lucid Direct accounts. So let me explain you guys. I made up a couple of notes here. One of the major concerns people have, if the daily loss limit they have at the purchase time, and they see it on the product page, right? 3,600, for example, for the 150K. Is this one going to change down in a negative way? Is this one going to decrease? Is this one going to be 1,000 or whatever number below the number I kind of see at a purchase time? No. Your max daily loss limit will never decrease from the presented level at the purchase time, right? So the presented level at the purchase time, it's the minimum. It can only increase from there. And there are two types of daily loss limits on the Lucid platform. For you to understand this one, I gotta introduce you both. The fixed daily loss. The fixed daily loss is the one you see at the purchase time. For any account, you have your value at the purchase time represented there. The LucidScale daily loss limit, it only begins at some point. And this is only activated once you hit your initial trail balance concept. When you hit a specific level in your balance, the second model of daily loss limit is going to be active. This model cannot go down to your initial level, 3,600 for the 150K, that's represented at the purchase time. That's very important to keep in mind. Therefore, let me share with you the concept of initial trail balance. Each account have a specific initial trail balance. For the Lucid Pro, which are the funded accounts after you pass a challenge, the initial trail balance is represented there for each account model. The 25K is not having, but the other accounts do have, which means when your balance is reaching those values, the concept of LucidScale trailing loss limit will be active. What does it mean? It means that there is a proper example here with the 150K Lucid Direct account. So let me just walk you through right now the Lucid Direct account initial trail levels, because we talked about the Lucid Pro levels. Let me talk about the Lucid Direct levels as well. These are the levels located existent, 156, 100. So once you touch that, basically, because we got to do it step by step. Assuming you touch that, you buy 150K, you touch your 156, 100, your initial trail balance activates. It's at 156, 100. Look at that. So this is the point your initial trail balance activates. Let's say you bring your account to 157. Wondering what's your new daily loss limit? Well, it's always 60% from your peak balance on end of the day, right? 60% peak balance end of the day. If after hitting your ITB which stands for initial trail balance. You've made another $1,000 or $900 like in this example. You have a new peak end of the day balance. You close your balance at 157. Your new daily loss from tomorrow is going to be 60% of that peak. 60% of that peak. So it's 4,200 because 60% of 7,000, the 7,000 is the profit. And that's the way it's calculated. It's going to be always 60% of the profit. So basically, you can do the percentage calculator. I put it here, 60% of 7,000, and it gave me 4,200. If the next day we make another $1,000, we'll have 8,000. It's going to be 4,800. So from 3,600, which was the fixed daily loss limit, because of the concept of LucidScale daily loss limit, it has increased to 4,800. So at the time you get to your 6%, which is your payout level, and for that you need the 9,000, that's 6% of the account size. Your daily loss limit is going to be $5,400, right? Because that's 60% of the peak. So basically, it's going to remain like that. It will always remain like that. You just have to activate your ITB, initial trail balance, and then the higher you move, your new daily loss limit will be calculated from the peak you have or you had. Because, for example, you can actually get to 157 like we have it here, and then the next day come back to 155, lose $2,000. Where is your new daily loss limit? Well, your daily loss limit is not changing anymore because you don't have a peak. You have a decrease in your balance. If you decrease in your balance, it's not changing by downsizing it. It only changes when you peak. Peaking means increasing above the last high of your balance. So you got to make, again, above 157 for your daily loss limit to increase. Otherwise, it's going to be 4,200 from that point. Even if you go down to 153, it's still going to be 4,200, right? It's going to be calculated from that point, from your peak, and that value will remain until you have a new peak, right? So it doesn't affect you if you're losing money, that level remains. Beautiful. That's the way it works. Each model, Lucid Pro and Lucid Direct, have their own initial trail balance levels. Each model have their own, and each account have its own level for the initial trail balance, right? Each account and each model is a little bit different, guys. On the Lucid Pro for the 150K, your initial trail balance activates at 154,600. And then the higher you go from there, the higher your peak is. From there, 60% of your profit, of your peak level, is going to be your new daily loss. That's it, guys. That's the way it works. Pretty simple and straightforward. If you still have questions, let me know. I mean, other things, max loss, end of the day drawdown means your drawdown is calculated based on the end of the day balance you had. Right, so it's not trailing during the day. No, the way you've closed yesterday, that's the place from where we calculate things. Consistency rule 20%. For those of you that are not familiar, what does it mean? The highest profitable day should not cross 20% of your total profits. If you have $10,000 total profits, then your highest day should not cross $2,000 because $2,000 because $2,000 is 20% of 10,000. So your highest day should not worth more than 20% of the total profits. Is there a problem if you make, for example, $3,000 in a day for a Lucid Direct account? Is that a problem? Like, will that deny your payout? No, as long as you have 20% consistency and you touch your target of 6% for the first payout and 3% for the second payout, 20% consistency with your highest day. If you do basically $3,000 in a day, then in order for that $3,000 to be worth 20% of your total profit needs to be $15,000 because 3,000 of 15 is 20%. So you can always adjust these numbers, which is why I'm telling people you got to divide your numbers and work properly from the beginning, right? If we do the math for me to show you exactly, for 150K, your target is at 6%, the first payout, which is $9,000. Just divide your target that you have by 5, and that will give you the maximum value per day, 1,800. If you cross this 1,800, you'll have to make a bigger total profit for that level to worth 20% or less. If you don't cross 1,800, then you can request your payout at 9,000. If you have 5 days of 1,700, the 6th day you have some more money, and then you just trade whatever, 20, 30, 40 bucks to the minimum day to pay out 8 days, for example, right? Yeah. If you made more, like if you have your highest day, then unfortunately you're kind of forcing yourself to make more, because each value you're making above 1,800, each value, if you're making 1,850, that 50 bucks will be needed to be covered up. And that 50 bucks, if you do it times 5, you will see how much money you need at the total balance more, right? 250, right? Simple. 250 more. So 9,250 if I made 1,850. I mean, I don't want to overcomplicate the explanation. It's pretty simple with a consistency too. Microscoping, all these things, we talked about, guys. Microscoping is also simple. Minimum 50% of your trades should be generated from trades that you held more than 5 seconds. Right? So minimum 50% of your trades should be generated from trades that you held actively for more than 5 seconds. It's very, very convenient out there. Very convenient out there. That's kind of all about it. If you have any other questions about anything, make sure to reach out in our traders community on Discord. We have our Discord link in the chat. Make sure to reach out here. This is the place we talk about daily, about things that people love, help each other, and all these things. Have a lovely day, guys. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Feel free to use the coupon code SCRAMBO. And that's pretty much all. We'll talk to you soon.